One of the most concerning things is, or was, and obviously a huge red flag, is just how quickly it flipped for me.
I mean, yeah.
Like, obviously, like the manipulation itself, huge issue, right? But the fact that this is their first bump in the road ever, right?
Yeah.
And he's just done like that when you're literally on the verge, and she's essentially telling you, you know what? You've been my number one this whole time, and he's saying like, I don't want to hear I've been your number one. It's like, well, what do you want to hear? Because that's what you've been.
Even mentioned that she's like, oh, like this is our first thing, and you're just gonna leave like this, like this is our first bump of the road, you're just gonna dip. And
it's something's concerning to the point where like that's just something's not right there. If you can flip like that, and David, you and I had this conversation over text when they moved to the outside. That he walks down the stairs, and she follows him, and then she's like on the floor.
She's crying. On her knees begging him. Pretty much. On the cement
he's sitting in a chair with just like no emotion on his face, and she's bawling. So like that makes me question, like, dude, how do you switch that quickly? Like, there's something off there.
I don't want to speak for a second, but you were wrong about your emotions then. You weren't in love. Don't tell me you were in love, and then you're able, a day or two later, let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Say he slept on it for 2 days and it was edited to make it look like the next day. I don't give a shit. If you're telling people this is the girl for you, that happens, little thing,
and there's no emotion.
Done?
Yeah.
You're just walking away? Dude,
then
spoiler alert, marriage is going to be a tough road for you then. You're going to have to go through 40 years, and you're not going to be able to deal with that bump in the road? Then good luck, my man. And also, just like you're saying, Coop, like that was such a sad image. You can't tell me that you were ever in love with someone. I could see someone who I dated like 2 years ago. If we had one conversation and they were bawling on their knees on the concrete, I'm not, unless it's like an insane situation, I'm not brushing by them like, okay,
David, there could be a stranger on the road, on their hands and knees crying, and I don't think you'd brush by him.
No, I couldn't believe it when it was so cold. He didn't even think about comforting her in that situation. No. The only thing on his mind is, how do I get off this show in the quickest way possible? And we should mention today, Katie shared on her story, like, let's talk about gaslighting. It was this infographic from, did you see that, Gary? It was like, let's talk about gaslighting. And it was an infographic. And this is the thing, and this is a little tidbit. I haven't seen anyone else mention this, but it was from April. So I wondered if she had like saved it, because that's a weird thing to like have on deck. I wondered if she was like, I'm posting this when this shit comes out, because she like knew from that long ago, because she's been liking comments for a while that are saying like, Greg's a great actor, like Greg's manipulative, and then she'll unlike it. But I've seen those screenshots like, hey, we're talking about, we like rumors and gossip on this show. I've got fucking burner account eyes everywhere. I am not missing these likes. And so I think that like this has been festering in her for a long time. It was devastating to see that moment on the ground, Coop. I know that hit both of us right in the face. Now